Hello, this is Duck Show Studios. Warning! This video contains my opinions. You have been warned. So, welcome to a new series of videos. DSS Spotlights. It's a new series of reviews where I take a look at episodes I feel like talking about of Thomas, like Thomas episodes I feel like talking about. It's sort of inspired by the Unlucky Tug's MTax videos. And it's also inspired by this first episode we're gonna take a look at. And that episode is Thomas and the Tuba. So one time I was thinking about Thomas and the Tuba and I was thinking I'd really like to talk about it on YouTube. So that's the other thing that inspired me to do this series of videos. So anyways, let's get cracking. Thomas and the Tuba is a season 8 episode. So the plot is that Thomas has to collect the brass band. There's some sort of party, and can't think of the party at the moment, but he has to collect the brass band, and he leaves behind the tuba player, and then the tuba player takes a ride on Birdie, and he says, "Will you take me to the party? Will you take me to the party?" And then Thomas, when he delivers the brass band, they're like, "Where is the tuba player?" And then Thomas goes looking for him. And then the tuba player takes a ride on Birdie, and then he takes a ride on Elizabeth. And then he takes a ride on Trevor, but Thomas can't find him anywhere. And then he collides with some cars of bunting. And Harvey comes to clear the mess and says, "Look and listen." Sort of my Michael Brandon Harvey impression that I just did just now that I've never practiced, so it sounds pretty bad. But anyways, this is a drawing of the tuba player, if you're wondering. Sort of a fail at a tuba, but it's a happy accident if you... So Thomas starts looking and listening for the tuba player the tuba player playing his tuba. I almost said tubing his playing or something like that, who knows. And he finds the tuba player on Trevor, and then he takes him to a party. So this episode, one thing that sort of sticks out in this episode is the tuba player's deep voice, and I have a pretty deep voice, so sometimes I think that I sound like the tuba player, so I'll go, when I say thank you to someone, sometimes I'll repeat myself and go, "Thank you, will you take me to the party? Thank you, will you take me to the party?" And that's what sort of got me thinking about this episode. And I have it on VHS, on some VHS tapes, which I should have had in... Don't worry, you'll see them in another video. But I have some VHS tapes my grandma recorded of mostly seasons 8 and 9 of Thomas. And this episode is on there. And yeah, it's a good episode. I really like that we get to see characters we don't normally get to see in the Hit era, like Trevor and Elizabeth. But it's not the best Hit era episode, but it's not the worst. It's a good episode, and I give it a 7 out of 10. Thanks for watching.